What's up? How you guys doing today? What's up, Kent? What's up, Baki? What's up, Bombfrost? How you guys doing today? All right, so we're gonna be completing this story today. Hopefully, I was hoping to do like, due to the inconvenience of that coffee, there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to do the mini games and IS and all that stuff. We're just gonna try and complete the story today. So, yeah, we're gonna focus on that. Hopefully, you guys are down to enjoy this with me. So are you sleepy now? Yes and no. I'm sleepy, but I'm like in this state of like, I don't want to go to bed. So that's where I'm at with it. What's up, King Gio? What's up, Tiana? The coffee wore off? It wore off hours ago. It wore off around the time that we finished watching Solo Leveling, so. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. The mini game, bruh. You guys want me to do this mini game so bad. Why study volcanoes? Because I hope to play the guitar at the highest spot of Siesta one day. It doesn't have to be at the Obsidian Festival, and probably at the top of a volcano. Volcano Sonatas. That's what I'm planning to call my first album. I can't wake the volcano up. Maybe I should call it Volcano Lullabies instead. Volcanoes sleep like a log, so I don't think you'll be able to wake it up that easily. Have you heard of this? About a kind of stone you can find on a volcano? When the wind blows it away, it makes a sound like beans falling into a bowl. And if you soak it in water, bubbles fizz like a complex drumline. Of course it's real. If I find such a stone on a volcano, I'll bring one back to show it to you. This guy's has probably one of the hardest jobs. The doctor's been here. How you feeling today? An old man lies on the hospital bed, his head tilted sideways as he looks out the window. Not so bad. If you hadn't come here to specifically remind me that I'm stuck in bed this summer, and a hospital bed should be more comfortable than an office chair. Thanks for sparing the energy to tease me, but my butt hasn't known the touch of a chair for the past few days. Perhaps we should switch places. The old man turns to look at his grandson standing beside the bed. So, my boy, why have you come to see me today? There's a letter of intent for relocation that I hope you can sign. The city hall staffer whispers the words as if admitting a mistake. A tired and bitter silence follows. It seems like this renovation plan is just so urgent that it can't even wait until I kick the bucket. That's not it. I just thought you should know about it. Of course, I'd rather get your consent. If you want to convince me, you should have at least brought Taisha along to visit. She's at work right now. Everything you do is to make a living, right? I really don't get why a girl like that would marry a boring man like you. Holy shit. Let's just say I've inherited your talent for making girls happy. Okay, let him know. The hospital ward is quiet except for the faint sound of fruit being peeled. Work must have been tough these last few days. I've been having nothing but bizarre dreams lately. I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Kingdom Hearts, if you guys don't know. I've been having nothing but bizarre dreams lately. But after some thinking, I figured I haven't offended anyone. So my guess is that you've been chewed out by a whole lot of people. Clever old man, you know my job so well. Well, what's your take? Are you really willing to let this shopping street get demolished and see the last traces of old Siesta disappear? Costa, there's a guitar in the cabinet behind you. Take it out and play a song for me. No thanks. You know that won't work. The old man speaks no more and turns his head away towards the window. I know that Mockingbird Cafe has been in Siesta longer than the city hall. Many of shops on that street choose to stay when we have moved from the volcano. But there are too many factors at play that make our life difficult, and the volcano doesn't even make the list. Coffee and music can only make keep people alive at certain times. If I hadn't lucked out and gotten this job at City Hall, your medical bills would be too big a burden on the family. I'm not complaining, it's just, alright, hand me a pen. You're such a brat, Costa. I hate that about you. Maybe I should have tossed you into the sea back when you were mixing your drip coffee with sparkling water. Thank you very much for not doing that. I do like that about you. What's up, Christmas? Yeah, we just started. You want to rent my hotel? Make a little modification to the hot springs with your permission, of course. Price is negotiable. I'm not interested in money. It's all the same. Not a shred of beauty. Well, money isn't the only bargaining chip. I definitely have something here that you'll be very interested in. Like this, for example. This photo. Is that a piece of exhibit grade obsidian? So how about renting these few hot spring hotels of yours? I thought I was gonna sneeze. So how about renting these few hot spring hotels of yours to me for a few days, and I'll move this piece of obsidian over. Don't play around with me. This is some private museum's precious collection. How could you? Wait, you? Uh-huh. You'll keep your word? Words hold no proof. So let's sign a contract, shall we? Damn, she's about her business. She's about her business. Words are nothing. Let's sign a contract instead. I'll make sure you get this if you're able to hold your end of the deal. Snowstick, can you do some research to check if my plan is feasible? It's probably doable. Good. That means it is. I trust your judgment. No. I'm not certain. I'll need some tools and materials and a bit of... No, a lot of time. I'll move on to the next step. Since we've decided to focus on making the residents of this street welcome our redevelopment, we'll have to make sure it's perfect. We can't waste this chance with all the tourists drawn in by Bison's ads for his trade fair. So she's using the trade fair ads as something to help her. It's interesting. No, not here. Data model for volcanic eruptions is definitely not in the files for Professor Magna. Not in the files Professor Magna left for Adele. But why does Keller have this notebook with her? Good work today. Cup of coffee? No thanks. I'm not a coffee person. Is Adele here today? Today isn't a work day, so what are you doing here? Do you need these old documents for your work over at City Hall? Keller, why on Terra did you invite Adele here? I believe I made it quite clear before. The research in this museum is related to the Nomans, and the imminent eruption of Siesta's volcano is a rare observation opportunity. Adele is their child, and also an excellent volcanologist, so it is only right I extend an invitation to her. Only now, after so many years with zero contact? You didn't attend the Naman's funeral after the incident at Mount Una. You vanished without a trace from academic circles and stopped your teaching work at the school a year ago. Just what have you been up to these last few years? And what are you running from? As you can see, the only thing I've been doing the past few years is organize all the volcanic research materials that now sit in this very museum. Everyone has their limits. I no longer have any energy to do volcano field work. I'm preparing to retire after the museum is finished, and I've observed Mount Siesta's eruption. What? Retire? Why would you even consider retirement at all? The Nomans left all their unpublished research data to you and Adele, enough to make your mark on the academic world, and yet, now you're saying you want to retire? Or could it be that you've already placed a price tag on that data behind closed doors and gained something even better in exchange? I don't know what you're... Professor Keller, are you in here? Keller, whatever your plans, I hope you consider the Nomans before making any decisions. Adele is their only child and the only hope they've left behind. She's already contracted erypathy, and her condition isn't the best either. I just hope she can be happy and free. Now let's see if there is something up with this. Professor Keller? I'm in here, Adele. Come in. Professor Keller, I found the exhibit and already put it back in. I found the exhibit and already put it back in the display cabinet. All right, good work. Professor, what's wrong? Nothing much. Yeah, what he said got to her. Something is up. Where'd you find the exhibit? It was with a Beckbest that sneaked into the museum. How strange. All right, if there's nothing else you can... Professor Keller, there's something else I wanted to mention. I met a shopkeeper on the street, and he asked me to return this book to you. A shopkeeper in the commercial street? Bang. I can taste the fatigue in the air, so painfully bitter and so sickeningly sour. Just who's it coming from? Mr. Dolly, you scared me. Why are you here? I just saw a beautiful streak of blue across the street. Want to go to a hot spring? Mr. Dolly, I still have some research to do. No. Research is such a bitter word. It makes you all wrinkly. The volcano is right there, and the material won't disappear either, so you can always come back to continue your research at any time. But... Dolly lightly tips his toes and spins in midair, in what looks to be somewhat of a comical dance. Some things are so fleeting that you'll never get a second chance to see if you miss it. For example, I finally found you. Let's go. Want to visit the hot springs together? Hot springs? I don't have the ability to control people's hearts, by the way. But what? Didn't bring a swimsuit? That's fine. Have some over there. Besides us two. Snowcent will be there too. And we did call Ceylon. Sorry. I see so many different words sometimes. And we'll call Ceylon in a bit. Jesus. I even bought some of the latest facial cream. They say there's volcanic ash inside. Plus, I have an important thing to ask you. And you're the only one who can do it. Is this the latest record player on the Colombian market? I don't think I'll be able to see one in Siesta. I didn't think I'd be able to see one in Siesta. I've been paying close attention. They only started selling these a few days ago. But there are leftover stock. You've already missed the first wave. You don't know this, but there was a super long line here this morning. The limited editions with Emperor's signature even come with a copy of his latest album, and that sold out forever ago. Emperor's latest album? Isn't that dropping next week? Is that what they call an early access batch? Who could even pull this off? It's not just Emperor's album either. There's also signed copies of Miss Sora's album and a Cosmerian Radiant Knight helmet model replica. And Cerny's Caviar collection. Wait, what's this? Huh? To think I'd find one of our Sargonian Crabble Pumpies? Crabble Pumpies. What the heck is that? Sargonian Crabble Pumpies here. But what use does it have even here in Siesta? Who cares? It's cute, and that's all that matters. Did you miss the line of people queuing up to buy the item? Whoa, they even got dates here. Dates? Excuse me, Mr. Sargonian. Bird casually strums on a Sargon-style ditty. Can you tell me a story of plucking dates in a hot and dry breeze? These are instruments imported from Lithuanian. And I have to say, those Lithuanians sure are stellar at any music-related stuff. You can try if you'd like, and if you don't know how to play one, I can teach you a little too. The piece I just played? I performed it when me and my wife confessed our feelings to each other. If you fancy learning it, I have a sheet here that you can have. Best snacks around here, you ask? See that bearded old man on the left? His ice cream is the best. Slowly now, take it easy. Strawberry for you. Orange for you. Yours is coffee. And what else? Coconut with chocolate? No need to rush. We have plenty here. Dang, she look good in a... Mister, give me a tea flavored one. Sure, coming right up. Thank you. I'll send this to Swartz too. It'll make her drool. Dr. Ceylon, you here for the trade fair too? Stop by for a stroll since I happen to have some time today. Innes, you good lad. Thanks again for fixing the cash register this morning. Things would have been so hectic otherwise. It's nothing. Just helping out is all. How's business? So good, I almost thought I was back in old Siesta. But why haven't I seen that Costa fellow anywhere today? He spent the whole day running all over the place for this, and now that everything is in motion, that man is nowhere to be found. Maybe there's other work to do in the city hall today. That rascal doesn't even know how to ditch work. Boss, give me a cone. Coming. Feel free to come try our cocktails over at the White Volcano too. You brat. Enos leans against the soda fountain, watching the surrounding people come and go. Did you see my little siblings earlier? It's the first time in such a bustling place. They kept clamoring for some volcano coffee or something on the way here. But as soon as I handed them a little pocket money, they were gone in a flash. I don't think I've spotted any kids here. Jeez, I'm definitely having a stroke or something. The little runs aren't here. If you want to find them, you have to head over to East Street. They say there's a new amusement park over there or something. And my own brat even told me over breakfast he'd help me look over the store. I haven't heard from him ever since he learned about the place. An amusement park. I think that's Swire. Can I open my eyes now, Miss Swire? Isn't this an actual skin? I think I bought this. Also, what was the important thing you were mentioning earlier? Did some of those secretly mention obsidian appear in this hotel too? Or do you need a nominal volcanologist for your work? Or neither? No volcanoes here, no data either. Only a comforting hot spring. So now, you just have to get some pretty clothes and then... Alright, you can open your eyes now. Wow, there's so many tourists. What happened here? Wasn't it just a hot spring before? It's so lively, just like Siesta a few years back. A few tourists erupt into cheering, and Adele recovers from a surprise. So many kayaks and water installations here. Miss Swire, are these your... Yep, this is the water park I'm setting up for the commercial street. How'd you do this all by yourself? Not by myself, of course. I provided plans, but we have our chief genius engineer from Lungman to thank for making this all a reality. Snowcent. Miss Swire, the title's a bit much. Really now. Jan's #1, Tara's #1 genius engineer? Wait, Snowcent, don't run around like that. Be careful. Oh, it's flying. How'd you do that? How are these surf kayaks actually flying straight from one hot spring channel to another? Actually, it's not as complicated as it looks. We just needed to add a dramatic ejection device on the waterways. So once the kayak reaches the spot, it'll trigger a mechanism and then it'll... Yay, I can fly. Mama? There aren't any guardrails on the waterways, so I'm a little worried about... I redesigned the kayaks according to Swire's plan, and they come equipped with a comprehensive emergency cushioning system. It's also the second way you can play with these as bumper kayaks. They can freely collide on the waterways, and the cushioning system will absorb all the impact force, using the power of the kayak's water guns to spray water forward. I didn't mention it to the tourists, but many of them seem to have already mastered this secret. Look over there. Along with a shriek, a kayak spins in the waterway, seemingly about to fall off the channel. The airbags at the kayak's edge quickly inflate, wrapping the passengers, but as the kayak drops, the trajectory is interrupted suddenly, as if there's a transparent barrier in the air. Water splashes into the ground. The completely wrapped kayak sways and falls downward. Hey, you alright? Anyone hurt? I'll go take a look first, Aya. Just wait here a second. Yeah, something went wrong. No, I didn't notice that. No, I didn't notice that. What's up, Afro? How you doing, bro? What's up, Pegasus? Tourists surround the fallen kayak, but there's only giggling bubbling from the center. With a puff of bulging air cushions, two children emerge from within. Of course it's them. Jeez, I need water. Hold on. Good, just woke up from a little nap. Yeah. Those little naps be a little OP. It's your fault for moving around so much. We didn't catch the little lamb and our siesta adventure is ruined. Nuh-uh. It's not my fault the little lamb ran so fast. Lamb? I didn't see them here either. It must be tiring to take care of your younger siblings, yes? Children of that age love to play around and make so much noise. Thanks for the concern, but it's fine this way too. They're having fun at least. You have a lot to worry about as an older brother. Now that I think back on some past incidents, I think like a friend might feel the same sometimes. I really wish this was a skin fur, and if it is, I don't remember seeing it. I love this skin. Is Cylon a playable character? I'm now trying to think of that. What the fuck? Yes, she is. This will be a free outfit you can buy in the next Trials for Navigator event. Say less. Now that I think back on some past incidents, I think like a friend might feel the same sometimes. Do you have an older sibling, Dr. Ceylon? I've never heard. It's your fault. All your fault. Hey, you brats. Where'd you run off to? Ennis. It's Ennis. We sat on a big air cushion boat and chased a fluffy little lamb. What are you talking about? What lamb? A fluffy little lamb that lifted our boat with its head to play with it like a ball. When we catch it, we're going to make it sit in our boat. There we go again. Ennis, over there. The lamb is back. Where? Look up. Wait, these are surfboards. Why are they flying in the sky? Surfboards and swim rings. They use the hot spring steam to leap into the air, jumping over Fashion Street and into the sky beyond the tourist view. Everyone's eyes are glued onto the objects swirling around as if living creatures. Ooh! Look at Swire. Look at Dr. Ceylon. Okay. And Adele sees something slightly different than the others. The surfboards cruising across the sky have sheep standing on them. They don't seem content with just racing their waterways. Hot water, vapor, colorful surfboards, and swim rings. The sheep sweep them all up together and they pour into a hustle and bustle of Fashion Street. This is bad. Dolly said he would teach them a lesson. Was he lying to me? Oh no, they're splashing the hot spring water everywhere. Snowcent, did you design a flying surfboard behind my back? Because I rejected your idea for an observation wheel suspended above the hot spring. No. Didn't you arrange this, Miss Swire? No, it wasn't me either. The two look at each other and then hesitantly turn their gazes towards Adele, who has been standing to the side the whole time. Adele, you... What? No, it's not me either. Odd. Could it be Bison then? Yoo-hoo! Little lamb, fluffy little lamb. The lamb is flying. I'll go look. I'm gonna drink some tea before I go to bed tonight because I definitely don't want to get sick before tomorrow night. Oh, hey, snow scent? The surfboards are really flying. Whatever. Let's get on these things. Who's in charge here? Quick, someone to mass produce these surfboards. Mr. Dolly? Is this the hot spring you were talking about? Just make some tea right now? No. I wouldn't be able to pay attention to it.
Contempt for the law is a crime. The words of my codex will prove their own worth.
I won't sleep on the job. Here I am. Magma will dredge up originian veins. Keep your distance. 視界良好。ノリノリの曲でいくよ。
This is the position, right? I'm listening. I know what it is I want.
Nice. I'll take a power nap over here.
What the heck is that?
聞こえてるよ。いけ！Understood. You've got until 3 to surrender.
Okay, I see. I should have did. I completely missed those two until later into the match.
Minimum. Can't believe those words are coming out of your mouth. Don't keep me too long.
Let's go. This is the position, right? What is it? I'm listening. You've gone astray.
Volcanic soot contains lots of originian particles. Let's not stay too long.
monster.
聞こえてるよ。獣め、動くな。
I'm listening. You've gone astray. What's your plan?
Would any of you like to be my paint? Better leave the fine brush at home. This time, those particles have no place here. I'll send them away.
I'm aware of what I'm doing. What is it?
Vermin. This will be over soon.
Solidify.
Better leave the
Copy the infinite with the tangible. Bring the intangible to life.
What's your plan? Suppressing original activity.
This will be over soon.
Jeez, man. Yeah, I can't get any of the...
These get solidify.
Who knows? I might sneak off somewhere.
Yielding is not an option. I will simply never let my guard down before the end.
What's the law that there is no such thing as absolute justice, but I still invoke it.
Mission accomplished.
Why are you still here? I'm going to be scuttling around here like a four-legged metal crab on a beach until I can get all your signatures. Fine, scuttle on then. I'm packing up, going home, and having a drink. Be my guest. About this new gadget at the market today. This Originium microwave massager. Something or other. Colombian thing. Can't make sense of it, but it works wonders. Feels like a real relief sticking it on my back. It's not bad trying something new. What is that shaggy Beck beast riding a surfboard on the roof? One of your funnies too? Shaggy Beck beast? No, that's not. Shame about that. I liked it. Entertainment that's good has been rare ever since we lost the Obsidian Festival. I'm glad it made you happy. Right, got something for you. A kalimba? Did you pick this up from the same market? Congrats on the marriage, Sonny. You got a safe job for your family. A boring one, but you got a sense of responsibility. I can understand you like stability, but life's full of ways. Full of waves or ways? I think it meant waves. Don't live out the hound days, son. Each day lived is a hound day. You just have to roll with the punches. I used to gamble with your grandpa, if you remember. We said you'd always come back from Obsidian with a grand prize one day. What's up, Apple Fruity? Honestly, what a waste of all that musical talent. If you're interested, I can still bring my guitar out someday. Play it for you again. If you played us a number on that thing sooner, your letter might have been the first thing. Your letter might have been the first to have my signature on it. Thanks. Reminding him where he came from a little bit. That was a good little tidbit. Miss Harley, we recovered the surfboards that went missing here. Can you check if that's all of them? I'm so sorry about this. You helped me here. What are you apologizing for? I didn't think these old things would ever get used again. It's funny, just who would have taken them? Oh, well, I'm not too sure either. That's right, girl. It could be some tourists just picked them up while they were having too much fun. No harm, no foul. How are you? Did you have fun today? You mean getting drenched in hot spring water? Did it bring back a little bit of that seaside fun? It hasn't been so lively in forever. Even the customers here to drink were all smiles. Those owners were always frowning day in and day out. Even the drink was starting to taste bad. Harley looks towards the tourists outside who haven't scattered. Sunset gradually dyes the eyes. Every single person's feeling merry. It's like we've gone back years and years. A man listlessly heads for the old cafe and pushes open its door once again. He feels for the light switch carefully. He uses a rag to wipe the dust from the... Okay. He used the rag to wipe the dust from the counter, then pulls the equipment out from the cupboards. Before pulling a pouch out of his chest pocket, fresh coffee beans brought back from the office. It's dude that's trying to get the signatures. Like so many years ago, he boils, he grinds, then attentively he pours. Yep. Flavor is, I guess I've gotten rusty. He looks out of the window, one after another. People make their way home while it's still dusk. The street grows gradually more desolate until there's no one out at all. Only then does he chuckle to himself bitterly. Seriously, what the hell am I waiting for? He finishes his coffee and prepares to tidy everything away and get out of here. A knock comes from the door. Costa remembers he's never even shut it. Who is it? Keller. Good morning. Or good evening, sorry. Are you still open? Mr. Dolly, you promise you've made it clear to the little black sheep not to cause trouble like this anymore? Yep. Any more mess and I'll disavow them as my clones. Tumbles about in the air. I can see it just like flying above. Headbutts walls in the street. Mr. Dolly, fine, I'll try as hard as I can. Attempts to walk calmly. See? Much better. But they still caused plenty of chaos at the trade fair today. But the air was full of the smell of joy, you mean? It's sugary sweet, even now. It's just like the first time I took a walk across the countries you talk about. Where there's hilly areas you can glide, where there's watery areas you can surf. I even had a couple of bastard annoying animals chasing me all over the wilds. Every place produces something different. Knowing how your human race can't just tour the whole place Getting to see such interesting things must be a novel for you, right? Why do I get the sense you're showing off, Mr. Dolly? Busted. Did you have fun today, Adele? Hot springs let you relax, skateboarding's a thrill, and that loud-ass penguin's loud-ass music got you pumped up, didn't it? Mr. Dolly, those children could see the lambs. How's it this hard to cheer you up? There's that brooding flavor in the air again, bitter and tart. Adele turns away to hide a little giggle, then recovers her straight face. Mr. Dolly, we're here. I need to leave the owner a note saying we found the exhibit and thank you for worrying about us. I have the pen and paper in my bag. Oh, is this cafe open again? What's up, genius in math? Hope you enjoy. Dim yellow lights perfuse the interior. Through the windows, the cafe's furnishings can vaguely be made out. Costa pours hot water, the sound breaking the silence between him and his customer. Condensation fills the windows. Adele gently wipes the hot spring white mist from the glass and finally catches a proper glimpse of the customer. What do we stop for? Are we going in for coffee? Professor Keller? I got the Atlas of Terra's volcanoes. I never thought you'd have kept it safe for so many years. Thank you. I asked a little lady. She came here looking for some exhibit. Just so happened to be the volcano museums. Is she your employee? Adele is my student. Ah, your student. Right. You've been quite the miserable worker at City Hall lately, gathering signatures for an LOI to relocate the residents. My parents left their own little clothing shop. Reasonably speaking, I should need to sign too. Do you have any objections to the redevelopment then? Our family stopped leaning on this place for our livelihood long ago. If it would make your work go any smoother, of course, and thank you for your cooperation. Want another cup? Can I come with a old complimentary chat then? As a qualified barista, listening is a part of my work. Take a seat then. That's not what I expected for him to go back to the coffee shop. I'm a little nervous since it's my first time here. Don't worry, just chat about whatever you feel. As long as it's not toxic, you're good. Maybe we should go, Mr. Dolly. Today doesn't seem like the right one to leave a message. But the coffee smells so good. Can't we have some? Prepares to charge and headlong into the cafe. Of course. Another one of those damn sheep. Hey. The closed glass door blocks the lamb's strike and hardly makes a loud noise as she expected. It simply turns tail and shoots back onto the street, where it tumbles around. Adele nervously observes how the two inside interact. That's a really good picture of her. Why'd you up and leave when you did? I met two very interesting people. When you study volcanoes, you're always visiting new places. I remember you met with each other in here a lot. Yeah. And if they came, you'd plug your guitar in and off you went with your heavy metal racket. Magna always felt that boy at the cafe never seemed to welcome them too much. I was just a little too willful of a brat back then. It wasn't meant at them specifically. I know, and they didn't take it to heart. You gave them coffee soda to try once and make us swear to secrecy that we wouldn't tell Grandpa Mockingbird. He couldn't stand the drinks I came up with. Every time I added them to the menu, he'd wipe them off. They were just as bizarre to him as my axe and my drum kit. By the way, that wasn't just your average coffee soda. It was called volcanic coffee. Alright, yes, volcanic coffee. It was a nice drink. In any case, after we went to Lithuanian, Kadia would follow your recipe to recreate the flavor for himself. How are Kadia and Magna doing? I remember when you left Siesta, you said you'd be visiting every volcano across the land with them. I spent a long time with them on our travels, but a few years ago we strayed apart. Strayed? Yes. And we're never to meet again. Was it? I'm so sorry. Hence why I came back, opened that museum, hoped to preserve all the research they'd done. When I saw you at the museum that day, it completely, totally blindsided me. It was a great surprise to me too. You're nothing like those noisy little children I remember. You're nothing like the noisy little child I remember. You too. You're a museum curator. And everything. I suppose I turned an old ideal or two into reality. No matter what though, the conviction that keeps me going now isn't really what drove me in the first place anymore. Still, change isn't always a bad thing. Wouldn't you say? The two lapse into silence for a while. The customer lightly stirs at the coffee in her cup. Did you go to the trade fair today? The trade fair? I did. Tours were profuse. Proprietors were in high spirits, much like the siesta of old. Maybe once this place is all rebuilt and the tourist influx comes, I have an idea or two about what's next for me. For example, who knows? I'll probably keep running a cafe, but maybe a rock and roll cafe or just a music shop filled with walls for drum kits and guitars. Lots to try. Always someone out there who'll enjoy it. Just like you say, just like the siesta of old. Oh, something very funny that happened today too. I was at the trade fair and I saw this soft drink from Colombia. The recipe was 1 for 1 with my volcanic coffee, the exact same. Well, I didn't leak your secret recipe. No, it was a year ago when I was planning to shutter the shop. I told somebody else about how to make it, but honestly, it was just coffee plus soda water. Of course, some Colombian could have come up with it on their own too. Hand brewed coffee and soda water. How'd you come up with it at first? When I was young, I thought coffee was so bitter. I was convinced I had to add something to make it drinkable. You shook the whole cafe playing your rock and roll, and yet you were bad with bitter? Who'd care about something like that back then? Keller laughs, downing the last gulp of coffee in her cup. The aroma lingers lazily in the cafe air. So, one soda in this cup too? Sure. But after this one, I may genuinely spend the whole night awake. Adele, let me just be upfront. I told them what I told them, but a lot of them are dying to go inside, probably to taste the volcanic coffee. To make up for the owner's losses, I can leave a product from today's trade fair in exchange. A product from the fair? Where'd you get it? A lovely little child gave it to me. Honest. We can't go in now. Sniff in the corner. Turns over in a box. The restless lambs drag a case of glass bottles out from the junk of Adele's side to Adele's side, and zealously churn through it for something. Eventually, they get a few bottles of carbonated water clamped in their mouths and pull off the metal scraps, acting like they found treasure. What are you doing? Didn't you want to a soda? What? Didn't you want to a soda? Didn't you want a soda? I think that was a mistake. The lambs bounce about, each one with a shiny bottle cap on their head. Then they line up together and playfully scamper away. I said to wait. What makes them even more impatient than me? What was all that? Oh, that's the seed they were after. What about these bottle caps makes them seeds? The world as they see it isn't quite the world you all see. This itty bitty little round thing gets taken by foul beasts to places far, far away where it takes root and sprouts and becomes something completely unlike before. Some soda caps, some become sauce lids. Each one has a different flavor, but they all have their own charms. I assume at least one of them drank that sort of volcanic coffee in Colombia before, so this rings that bell in them particularly loud. Isn't it more fascinating to view the world that way? Digs at the soil. But all that granted, just because you planted bottle caps doesn't mean they're going to grow into drinks. Let them have their fun. The answer will grow by themselves. Hello, Costa here. Mr. Costa, this is your grandfather's clinician. Sorry to tell you this, but your grandfather passed away this evening. I can't know. This is like the wrong time. This is like the wrong time. He just connected with Keller, talking about the past, and then that's when his father passes. I can't know if this will be of any comfort to you, but I want you to know he left us peacefully.
Someday in the future,
That timing.
I'll have as clear a direction as you do.
That timing was ass. Okay. But remember this part. It makes so much sense in the start of the next part. Okay. Okay, what are you teaching? Oh, God. Some sort of invisible enemy or something. It's a sign that Fluffy... Oh, that's a sign that Fluffy Buddy is present. If a Carmen stream or pure white stream appears on the tile with a Fluffy Buddy on it, it'll turn visible immediately and immediately explode, producing more... Oh, shit. Oh, no. I mean, I'm hoping that it can be used the same way. I'm hoping it can be used the same way to put white clouds all over the place. But we'll see. Our attack is merely tickling Dolly. Is this due? Yes, it's because of the purple clouds. Are you gonna tell me what to fucking do? There we go. You can weaken his shield by attacking him while next to by one of the geysers. Don't forget, you can also significantly weaken Dolly's shield by smashing. Yeah. Okay, so this works the same way I thought.
What are your plans? May the flames of the sun devour you!
When Dolly's wool shield completely disappears, he'll no longer receive reduced damage and won't be as rowdy as before. The best time for showdown is when he falls. Okay, I should have saved that ability.
This is far from my... Watch out for fires!
you're dead anyway. Wait, no?
How's that?
I'm leaving. We shall meet again after you found the things I lost. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to do that shit again.
Huh? Lulu has its own pride.
今の状況にはこれが良いかしら。
僕の番でもう少し耐えるですか。わかりました。
Yeah, he's just gonna leave. Is there a way to beat him there?
Mission accomplished.
Doctor, I did well, right?
No, it's scripted. Okay.
I'm gonna get some ice cream.
I was like, he's just floating right over.
I can give you an extra scoop.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you 2 extra scoops.
Straight up story. The settling sun seems to be the last customer of the small shop. The one behind the counter is no longer a familiar old man, but a coffee-colored creature. It cranks the grinder handle, and the aroma of coffee wafts into the air with bits and pieces of finely ground beans. A record spins slowly as a loudspeaker sings leisurely. Oh, welcome. That one had coffee on its back? I don't think I saw you earlier. Are you new here? I think so. Because I don't have any memories from yesterday. I don't know why I'm here. But I thought I'd make a cup of coffee. Oh, would you like one? Coffee has a nimbly, wonderful flavor that comes only when you brew by hand. Now, let's see. Where'd I put those newly arrived beans? I should have stored them myself. Seems like it's behind some kind of guitar. Talk of guitars is suddenly making me a little angry. How odd. What's got my heart in a frenzy? Guitar? Angry? Are you okay? Never mind. Maybe it's because that guitar looks a bit boring. Please, sit anywhere you like. The one you're waiting for will be here soon. The one I'm waiting for? Are you waiting? Or is it the other? I can't tell. Remember the ending of the last stage's story? Yeah, I already picked up what's going on. You didn't even have to say that. Like I was right. I think I was right at the very beginning on the last stream. Where I said that these seem like the souls of those who have passed. Suddenly, this guy kind of arrives out of nowhere after Siesta's father passes. And that explains why only children can see them, but the adults can't. I don't know if I hit the nail right on the head, but that's what it seems like is going on, right? It's not a child, though. Yeah, it's not a child, but how should I say? I think this is more of trying to get her to be more of a child sometimes. And Dolly might be one of her parents. Maybe. I remember you. Good evening, Adele. So sorry I'm late. Did you remember to have breakfast today? Yes, I did. Why do you ask? Good girl. You changed your clothes. Are you ready? Clothes? Isn't this Muddy's coat? Pack your things and let's go shopping. We'll go buy some things we need to climb a volcano. The sun inches down bit by bit as the street lamps along the path light up like stars. Adele's vision is a little fuzzy, as if she had seen a sky like this somewhere, sometime before. Was there a short street in that small town on the Athenian southern border? Or on a road back home from her school in her memories? She can even remember the smell of the air then. Slightly moist with a hint of sunshine and plants growing. Exactly the same as now. Is this your shopping mall? Yes. We have to make some preparations before we climb the volcano. I know there's many things we need to bring. A compass, protective clothing, a camera, a tent and some flint too, if we're camping overnight. No, we won't need those in there. First, we need to buy enough knowledge, courage, and curiosity. Check the prices before buying one of each. And lastly, buy a little luck. But luck is very expensive and often the fastest to sell out, so it's alright to skip it if you don't have the budget. I see. This has to be a dream. A fluffy creature shakes itself, and several Jesus, I had a stroke again. And several soda bottles fall from her wool. The clink and tinkle into the merchant's pouch. Thank you for your generosity. I may need to buy a little more courage. I have enough courage to climb the volcano, but I need a bit more courage to leave home. The fluffy critter shakes itself again, more caps falling out. The merchant opens its pouch, waiting for more. Not enough. Not enough. If the pouch isn't full, I can't give you courage. If the pouch is full. If you don't manage to buy courage, will you be able to climb the volcano? It's alright, Adele. Things like this happen all the time. I've gradually become used to finding courage by and for myself. Adele, let's get moving. We must be careful on our journey and look after our things well. Caps is currency? What is this, Fallout? That's funny. Things, but I didn't bring anything with me. Someone wants to steal a photograph. Follow me and keep an eye on my package, okay? What did you just say? I didn't catch that. We can't go on like this, Adele. Here, for you. The cuddly creature shakes itself and a fluff of wool falls out. What's this? Go on and put it on your ear. You'll be able to hear. Now we have to find the next one. There is yet another fluffy critter covering a window in front of him with photographs. He turns his head at the sound of footsteps. His fluffy back fidgets repeatedly, covering the window full of photos. Oh shit. Okay, I'm getting a little confused again, but I'm just gonna let it cook. Oh, you two are finally here. We have much to prepare. How's the weather looking? The sky is full of thick clouds. I'm afraid it might rain soon. Do we still have time? Not much left, but we'll have to hurry. Adele looks at the sky without a single cloud in sight. Do you need me to buy an umbrella? No, Adele. Look, I'm an umbrella. We can't let the photograph get wet or be stolen. I'll keep it safe in my package. What's this photograph you're talking about? I hope you never find out. And if you do, that it happens far, far into the future. The solemn creature lowers his head. Let's go. We'll head upwards in a bit, and that's where we want to go. I don't have enough wool yet. Adele, here, this is mine. Okay. The two creatures seem to have shrunk a little, and Adele looks just like one of them. This is definitely a dream. It's a fucking dream. The wolf seems to be bumping me upwards. That means our trip is about to begin. How's the view up there? Always great before the rain falls. How you feeling? Always great before the rain falls. And you, Adele? You seem to be in a good mood. I think that represents Adele. Growing. The petite critter follows them, skipping and hopping. Along the street, the lights, the clouds, the stars, it tries its best to get higher and higher. Well, I think it's gotten stronger. Will it come with us? The fluffy critter doesn't answer, and she bites into a corner of Adele's coat. Clink, clink. They step on the lights. Adele feels as if she's flying. People come and go on the street. No. It is sheep that are moving to and fro. Oh, be careful. You might run into someone. They're selling flowers up ahead. I need to hurry. No need to rush still. Your rainbow is all crooked. Here, let me help you straighten it. This story is very unique in the way it's telling the story. All right, off you go. Thank you. See you. So long. Little black sheep shuffle through the streets one after another, going in and out of shops. The streets at night have taken on a different look. Adele turns her head to look for her two companions, who are separated by the waves of little black sheep. As soon as she turns, she is greeted by the sight of two fluffy creatures quietly standing right beside her. It is as if they had been waiting here for countless years. Two sheep. Adele, you have to plant a pebble when you return this time. A pebble? Yes, just like we did with a small hunk of rock before. We buried it on the ground, which was originally in a very dark shade until it met different kinds of rocks. Let me guess, because you bought a lot of luck for it. The two fluffy critters continue jumping upwards towards the sky and seemingly more distant than ever. Adele stands in between, her hands outstretched, holding onto their wool. Well, that is one reason, but the important bit is that I water it with love every day. This story is so courage, luck, water it with love. Raising a child? And memories. Can you buy those in shops too? No, little one. Love and memories are our own treasures. They will grow on the paths you tread, in your embraces and on the cheeks you kiss. And sometimes they go unnoticed, so we have to work. Yeah. So we always have to work hard to find them. Oh, this is such a good story. This is such a good story. The little stone traveled through many mountains underground and followed the rivers through many a place. Oh man, this is good. It's really starting to hit me what's going on. Oh, God. Knocking and bumping into things, and finally we realized we had no idea where it had gone. We lost it. I hope I'm right, because this would make the story that much better. Oh my God. Then are you too sad because of that? We feel regret. Perhaps we shouldn't have planted it. Or maybe we should have planted it somewhere we could see. Every little stone is unique. And we lost what was ours. These are her parents. These are her parents. Oh my God. But I recall that it turned to lava in the end, warm and piping hot. And we all loved it. Yes, we loved it. Then that's all right. It managed to turn to lava in the end, and you didn't forget it. I think this little stone was already fortunate enough. Maybe it's a dream, a story circling in my head that needed us to tell you about it. Then if you ever meet this rock again one day, do you think you'll be able to recognize it? Oh my God! Oh my God. Adele, my little rascal. Will we still recognize it? No, it has already turned into beautiful lava, red hot, rushing forward, never to look back again. We'll never meet it again. We'll only be at its back. It will go to places we've never been, to see sights we've never seen. And all we need is to remember this story to tell it to you. You also have to plant it your own little pebble, and then watch it take root and sprout, and watch it go far away. Look, Adele, we've reached the peak. The little stones have already turned to lava. The eruption is about to begin. Is this story about to end too? Not at all. This is just the beginning. It'll turn into a cloud and then fall back to the ground. It'll no longer be a rock, but a handful of warm and white volcanic ash. It is the little stones turning into nutritious volcanic ash that allows the land to bloom. Our little stone will return. Someday, when that happens, we'll be able to see it again. Would that be a long time, or will it be soon? Maybe. We don't know. Come, Adele. Hold on to me. We too will turn into clouds and then fall back to the earth. We're going to fly down together. Adele hugs the creature by her side and tries making a step. She falls downwards, but it is slow and light, as if she's floating. She sees her hair flying around her, but the other little black sheep is lightly jumping around the lights of the shops. The wool on her body holds her up, enveloping her. An experience already in the depths of her childhood memories. Her parents hold her up and throw her to the sky to catch the stars above. She falls into the wool, fluffy and soft beneath her. Stars fall into her eyes, and her eyes grow hot. Shadows come and go on the street. And Adele tries to get on her feet, wanting to share this fantastic feeling with the two fluffy creatures by her side. Where are we going next? Spotted many more little shops in the distance. Why do I feel like they're not going to be there? Should we go around and look? I'll go look for places where we can find more bottle caps, so we can buy more little things we want. Adele's breathing quickens with her excitement. The little black sheep from earlier mentioned the flower shop just ahead, My mother used to always place some flowers by my bed when I was young. Do you like flowers? Those small white flowers that look like you too? Just like the one on that little black sheep? The fluffy creatures fall silent, no longer replying. The stars are... I read this part of the event so well, bro. Like, I pieced together every little piece of this. And I think I'm right about it. And it's so fucking good. The stars in the sky dim and then light up as if they open their mouths. Oh, they're still there. Okay. Little one, I know the bedside flowers do smell really good. I love them too. Then I'll buy some, make garlands for you. Just wait for me here. I haven't made one in a long time. The remainder of Adele's words choke in her throat. She realizes the fluffy critters have stopped following her. The flowers and leaves from her staff fluttering around the tomb. They take a few steps back, the figures melting into the night. No, Adele, we have to go. The clouds have gathered and will never again disperse. Yes, it's time. Where are you going? We have to head back up the volcano before it starts to rain. Up the volcano. Don't go to the volcano, you'll... No, Adele, the rain will soon fall. If we don't go, everything we've done before will be for naught. You will drown if you stay somewhere low. Adele, you have to go to the peak. It has a beautiful view and also the truth. Adele, I hope you can stay pure and focused. The land is not all pure, but it shouldn't be anything disturbing the heart of someone keen for answers. We want to expand the boundaries of what humanity knows together with you. We're working our hardest for this reason, and you'll definitely stand on our shoulders to see a clearer and lovelier land. I wasn't expecting to cry today. What the fuck, dude? Adele. So long, Adele. Those were her fucking parents, bro. That was so beautiful, man. Fucking Christ. That was beautiful. So long, Adele. And then the song makes sense too, yeah. Oh man, this whole event. Ah, fuck, dude. It's from the same game with the chibis you hate. Shut the fuck up, okay? Oh my god. It didn't have to go that hard. The writing in that specific part of this story, the entire thing has been okay. But it all came together there. It all made sense at that point. I thought Mr. Dolly was like one of the parents, but obviously that's not the case. I'm sorry, guys. That was a little too good. A disaster. This is a disaster, I tell you. You call this interior design? No wonder no one hires siestans for design work. This is a tourist destination, yet it has no that word. I know what it is. I can't say it. Architectural. Oh my god. Of its style of its own. And you don't even know how to copy someone else's properly. Oh god. Mucus. Building. Could you even sully the elegance of the Victorian style like this? Look at this table. I said I wanted to have a marble-like texture. Instead, you went with this cheap, low-quality wood. Perhaps you should look at your budget and again see if you gave me enough for even half the slab of flux marble. Alright, looks like you don't quite understand your place, Miss Ann Meyer. Oh god, I can't read anymore. Fuck that shit. If it wasn't for me, you'd be following the Sargonian caravans, fumbling your way around town. There's nothing stopping me from reporting you to the cops as an undocumented immigrant who illegally entered Colombia. Then you won't see much as a dime. If you do that, I'll report you for sheltering and hiring an illegal immigrant. Now pay me. Why you? What a foolish siestan. So crude and disrespectful. When the city's so stupid as to willingly give up their obsidian mining industry, their bread and butter, they're bound to be citizens like you with no respect for others. Money first. Yell at him only after you get the money. Nothing to say? The tragic thing about you is that you haven't even realized Siesta's foolishness. And you're here shouting and accusing me? I can't make nothing from this job. I need my traveling money. Yosar translated Victoria to Colombia in that sentence, so it was supposed to be Victoria. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. If you people had chosen to... Oh, God, fucking... I might need something... If you people had chosen to join Victoria all those years ago, you would long have become citizens of the Empire, indulged in opulence the Empire has to offer, and found your place in the Empire's grand history. Instead, you're here trying to earn a bit of coin to get on your way. Looks like you're at least savvy enough to understand my point. Take this, it's your pay. Count it well. It's your Victorian pounds, you know, the diminutions, right? You even think I'm trying to shortchange you. lest you make yourself seem ill-mannered. Mister, you aren't deserving of my manners. You don't know anything about Siestan's history. You don't even know the first thing about Victorian's architectural history you're so proud of. What's more, Victoria's glory is all thanks to your ancestors' contributions. I got a whole bunch of mucus stored in here now. It hasn't got one bit to do with you. Why don't you go take a look at the buildings in Victoria and see how Siesta's obsidian has changed your architectural style. There we go, I said it. And become the kind of luxury commodity that you snobs adore so much. You're the one with a narrow perspective here. Why, the Siestans closed off the mines to protect the environment. Everything we do it for the sake of our homeland's future. Not like some stingy man who's just talking about the glorious past over and over to win himself respect. I'm going back to rebuild my homeland and help breathe new life into it. Well, what about you? What have you done for Victoria given the shape it's in these days? Anne curls her lips a little and measures the thickness of the stack of bills with her hand. Even the Colombian demolition crews pay more. Oh, noble employer. I only hope your tastes will help make your comeback. Now, cheerio. Yeah, just walk away. Yeah, ain't got shit to say. Need to go over everything again? Doesn't hurt to be careful. Everything of value is still here. And the house is in one piece. That's good enough for me. I'll send you the reward, I promise you. The exhibition grade obsidian and the certificate will make it to you in probably 2 months. That's great. I'm looking forward to it. The collector's eyes briefly light up. Though his excitement doesn't last particularly long. There's some kind of bewitching power over these obsidians that have you enthralled like this. Are you interested in obsidian yourself? I suppose not. I've learned my lesson. There are very few people out there who truly have an eye for their beauty. Most have their eyes on obsidians are up to no good. Never mind. I shouldn't bother you any longer. Goodbye. Mr. Pelipper Brown, are you perhaps related to the bankrupt Siestan tycoon, Beat Brown? Don't even mention that scary old man. There may not be many who still remember him, but I'm sure he was much more well known back when obsidian was still Siestan's main export. I spotted this name while I was going over the data. I didn't expect his successor to be running a little hot spring hotel in the area. The volcano gave Siesta plenty of riches, and the hot springs are no less wonderful than the obsidian. And the old man died a couple years ago. Oripathy. He never went anywhere because of close to the mines, but he got infected on his way to Colombia for vacation when the car's original engine broke down. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. He wasn't really a good man, but his mines did create many jobs. If his protective measures were just a little more comprehensive, perhaps he would have won the gratitude of the miners. I've heard that when the government announced the ban on obsidian mining, your mines were the first ones to work towards shutting down. What else was I supposed to do? The only alternative was, God, I can't read anymore. I still feel like there's still something back there. The only alternative I had was to break the law. All right, Mr. Brown. I hope we get to work together again in the future. Your hot spring hotel was very spectacular. Would you perhaps be interested in developing it into a hot spring resort? I'll pass. I'd rather not go through all the ruckus, that is. Unless you make me an offer that I truly can't refuse. Say, an even bigger obsidian that is even more pleasing to the eye. Speaking of which, your obsidian collection here have been delectably cut and polished. How come there's no geode that hasn't been polished whatsoever? Oh, don't get any funny ideas about it. The thing's more expensive than all the pieces in the hotel combined. Adele? Adele? Is this Muddy's hand? So warm. Oh, it's gonna get... It's still going. Muddy is stroking my shoulder. Wake up, Adele. Adele, you mustn't sleep here. You'll catch a cold. A cold. It's very warm when you're here by my side. Muddy? Adele? Keller hides the surprised expression on her face and reaches her hand out to gently pat Adele's head. Are you awake? Oh, Professor Keller. I'm sorry, Professor Keller. I fell asleep. You seem exhausted. Did you have a nightmare? Are you feeling unwell? Or is it your illness? I'm okay. Adele sees that the elder scholar is looking at her with a worried expression. Her eyes are full of concern. During a short time together, she has never seen the stern scholar look so gentle. Professor Keller, could you tell me just what happened at William University all those years ago? I don't understand, Adele. What are you asking? No, Adele. We have to go. Yes, it's time. Where are you going? We have to head back up the volcano before it starts to rain. Rain? Professor Keller, does the word rain have any other meaning? Silence. Keller bites her lip, as though there is something she wants to say, but she nonetheless swallows those words right back down. Adele, when this observation is over, I'll tell you everything, all right? Mr. Dolly, you told me before that every little black sheep is different. They aren't just your clones, right? Are those dreams really just dreams? We found the northern wind and the seed. Will you give me these answers when we find the fur? Why does it seem like everyone is hiding just about everything from me? There's no answer. And unlike the mischievous kind of silence she got before, Adele can feel that something has truly disappeared from her side. Adele looks around the empty exhibit hall and finds the whistling rock specimen that was lost and then recovered a few days ago, sitting where it sat, having not moved an inch. Mr. Dolly? Good morning, siesta. Today is August 21st, 1099. The humidity is 63%. Visibility 12 kilometers. Wind blowing south-southwest. Estimated 3 days until volcanic eruption. The exciting time is almost upon us. How's everyone feeling? Who do you want to share the moment with? Did any of you forget anything back in old siesta? If you did, that's too bad. I mean, what's anyone supposed to do? You only have yourself to blame for being so careless in your move. It's all too late now. But whatever the case may be, we should try to look on the bright side. Only by casting away your old burdens that we can better welcome the future. Jeez. You go your way. Let's get our day started with this song from the Reef Band. Watch out, be careful. Hold that sign up. It's a bit heavy, so get a good grip. It's such an old sign. Since we were tearing things down anyway, can't we cut it up first before we take it down? Yes, we may be tearing the place down and moving, but if Old Man Mockingbird were to find out you cutting his sign down with an axe, he'd climb out of his grave and beat the living hell out of you. Stop complaining. 3, 2. Mister? Are all these instruments here discounted? Yeah. They're all as cheap as they get. I couldn't bring myself to, but I figured I would have a chance to sell them once I moved to the city center. Keeping the instruments on gag order? Now that would be a real waste. How about it? Why don't you pick one? I remember you said you've always wanted your own guitar. I could give you a free textbook on how to play too. This discounted guitar goes for 150 certs, and it says he earns 3 every hour he works. Let me think about it. Not like we can bring it with us. Might as well take it out and let everyone have some fun. We want to do something special that we can look back on before we all move out of the street. Like what? Drink? Look at the sea? Set off some fireworks? We'll invite the old miners that we used to drink with and the shopkeepers on the street. Oh God. And the other shopkeepers on the street, have them bring their friends and family. Now it's just stuck there, dude. How about we have a party at the Empty Plate the night before the eruption? A container party? Sounds cool, doesn't it? After we finish this, I'm going to start making some tea because I have like mucus stuck in here. Mr. Costa, a punk from the White Volcano. What are you doing here? Don't you need to look after the shops? We're preparing for our move too. We don't have a lot of customers these days. If I don't come out to earn some cash, we all might just go hungry. I'm sorry about Grandpa Mockingbird. May he rest in peace. He was getting on in years. It was going to happen. Perhaps he's in some other place, sharing his taste in coffee. No need to be so polite. Just a few years ago, you were still a punk who could come out to watch my concerts at night instead of going to bed. Just call me Costa like before. If I remember correctly, it was the Korybanic Costa. I'm not so Korybanic anymore. My guitar, bass, synth, sold them all long ago. Truth be told, I really miss sneaking into the venues with the adults too. Those were the good times. You'll get it once you get a little older. There's no such things as good times. All times are a waste of time. It's only after we waste our time away that we can bring our memories back out, dust them off, and think back on how those times were. Thinking back, I must have pissed Grandpa off so much back then. The City Hall staff were at the cars on the street. Squints at the cars on the street. Hold on, let me make this tea. This is bothering me so much. You guys chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back. I gotta make this coffee. Coffee? Make this tea. The steam helps. Alright. The City Hall staffer squints at the cars on the street. The cars zoom past them, leaving behind a few streaks of silhouette in his vision. So, Ennis, if there's anything you want to do it now. Don't wait until everything you knew no longer resembled what they once were. By then, it's all too late. Yeah, I will. Costa taps Ennis' shoulder and sighs. The residents of the old shopping district have, for the most part, agreed to the rebuilding proposal, and my work has come to an end for the time being. With the way things are, this isn't so bad. Life must go on. Yeah, it is very tiring, and that is why he hasn't been streaming it too much. It's very tiring to stream a game that doesn't have any kind of voiceovers. None. He's probably already started this and enjoyed it on his own. Strange. Haven't seen a single sheep on my way here. We have to go now. Yes, it's time. The streets today seem awfully quiet. Was it all just a dream? No, that letter, the rock, the surfboard that flew right into the sky. They were all real. Adele tries her hardest to think back on what proof she had that all the adventures she had the past few days were real. But the harder she digs into her memories, the less believable her memories become. Mr. Dolly, are you there? Mr. Dolly. Mr. Dolly, are you still there? The girl's voice is carried away by the wind. Rhodes Island office. Your blood crystal density is fluctuating a little, but for the most part, it's still within the normal range. You said you pass out suddenly. But what do you mean by that, more specifically? Dr. Ceylon, can erypathy cause hallucinations? Theoretically, it's possible. What did you see? Lots of little black sheep, and they all talk to me. And I don't know why, but it feels like I've just seen them before. That sounds like it could have been caused by stress, but it's weird. Some old miners have told me about similar hallucinations when they come in for consultations. Let's keep an eye out for a few more days. During the time, make sure you take your medicine on time and get as much rest as you can. If you get any hallucinations again or feel unwell, come to me immediately. Okay. If all my patients would be as cooperative as Fala, things would be so much easier for me as a doctor. Not like a certain someone here who's always giving me a headache. Stop chewing me out. I'm here for my follow-up and my medicine, am I not? Alright, this counts as an improvement. As a way to encourage you, I won't charge you for this consultation. Really? But I have something I want to ask you. A few days ago, I found this basket of obsidian in the shopping district. None of the shops nearby admitted that it was theirs. Do you have any clues about its origins? Well, judging from their color, these obsidians are very similar to the one you gave me before. It could be very well have been mined around the same time from the volcano. It wasn't me, I promise. I haven't been near the volcano since I got infected. So you mean there's still people mining obsidian illegally? Ennis, what else do you know? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I didn't know anything about it. Don't try to fudge your way out of this. Out with it. Some workers here know you're the mayor's daughter. It was hard enough for them to get them to come to you for consultations. If you dig into who's mining obsidian, true. Wait, what? If you dig into who's mining obsidian, true. What they're doing is not right, but this might just be a conflict of interest. I'm me, and the mayor's the mayor. Why must I be grouped together with him? Okay, I get it. I came back here this time because I wanted to do something for Siesta with my knowledge. The Rhodes Island office is my blood, sweat, and tears. He's got nothing to do with it. It seems like Dr. Ceylon really doesn't like Mayor Herman. Maybe Ceylon isn't really on good terms with her father. Anyway, Innes, you know who the obsidian belongs to, right? Take me to them. It makes me feel like I'm kind of selling them out, but if it's for the greater good, all right. Take me with them. I can help identify the obsidian. No can do. Last time you almost sneaked away. You aren't leaving here until you get enough rest. What about me? I'll take you out to eat. After the night has shrouded the street, Adele steps outside the office. A lone little black sheep stands outside, staring blankly at the closed door. Huh? Another hallucination? What's going on? Didn't I just get some rest? Adele goes around the little black sheep and prepares to go back home. The little black sheep staggers a little and turns around from the office's door. It sways its head and turns on the miner's lamp on its back. The lamp shines and illuminates the path before Adele. Adele takes a step forward and steps into the shadow cast by the lamp on the sheep's back. Oh no, we're not playing weathering. We don't have weathering yet. The game's not even out. So, there's really a light. She turns around and hesitantly reaches her hand out and probes. Then she feels some warm, fluffy wool. Not a hallucination. No, I've seen you before. You're the sheep who ate the address off the letter. And what's that you're carrying on your back? A miner's lamp?
All operators must maintain strict discipline.
Okay, I gotta remember this mechanic. Okay.
This is the position, right? What is it? I obey my own heart.
This battlefield would do well with a splash of ink.
Just trying to stop it.
Magma will dredge up Originian veins. Keep your distance.
Maybe I still don't understand it. Yeah, they're all exploding. Yeah. Okay, I see. I understand pink bad, white good. That's why I'm saying I still don't understand it. I was talking about the blue things.
Can't believe those words are coming out of your mouth. Yep, another beautiful day.
Are they the ones who caused such destruction and started all this conflict?
In time, I'll find the right place for myself, too. What is it? What is it? I obey my own heart.
I can't place them on top of it. It does work that way. Okay, I see.
Oh, nice, nice. I'll take a power nap over here. 聞こえてるよ。
What am I not understanding? She just completely stops attacking them. Invisible. I didn't know that. Okay, yeah. It's invisible. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, cool.
We all have our roles to play. Use my abilities as best you see fit.
All operators must maintain strict discipline.
In time, I'll find the right place for myself, too.
Took too long, but
I'm aware of what I'm doing.
Very well.
Executing battle plan.
What are you planning? Art thou mine worthy enemy, or art thou not but a jester?
Magma will dredge up Originian veins. Keep your distance.
What's your plan?
God, I hate this. Okay.
Where did I go wrong?
I can't put units on the top part of the streets where the skaters are. So I can only use something as a way to reveal. So
Getting this crew together wasn't easy. You better make them count.
So dope.
I could use Golden Glow and it would just make this whole thing easy. But I don't want her to clap everything so quickly.
Is there really a use for me on the front?
Okay. I know she can't, but it's not really too much of an issue.
Picked out your bait yet? Don't keep me waiting. Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Now's the time to help everyone out.
れ以上は進ませません。ここに
Don't keep me with better watch your step.
Oh, that didn't work the way I thought it would.
ここまでだ。
Fuck! Okay, I see what happened. Okay.
生き残った以上負けたことにはなりません。
I hate that I can't use that lane that they're skating on. That's the only thing that's making this difficult for me.
Buck up! Get ready for battle!
I'm listening.
Exusia, cover me.
Don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting. Try to sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
You've gone astray.
Now's the time to help everyone out.
I know what's better watch your step.
I hate those things, man.
Great spot.
What is it? I obey my own heart.
Magma would rise up originating veins. Keep your distance.
Don't try to sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
I don't know.
Enemy spotted. Champion, ready at a moment's notice.
Leaked.
Thankfully, the volcano didn't want to keep me that badly.
I'm just trying to slow the fucking thing down. And I just don't know exactly how.
Let's see. Which insect is falling into my trap?
It's done, right?
I know what to do. Don't order me around. Don't better watch your step.
In time, I'll find the right place for my... What is it? I obey my own heart.
volcanic soot contains lots.
Acknowledged.
Don't. Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Made up your mind? The fool flaunting his gallantry reaches none with his
This
back.
is crazy.
Just from volcanoes. They consume and erase, then nourish and propagate.
問題ない誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ
I know what pharmaceutical corpse.
What is it? You've gone astray. What is it? I'm listening.
I'll take care of this place.
I don't know what to do about those things.
旗を武器にするんだよ
At least they're not leaking though. So I'm gonna just leave it be for now.
I know what to do. Don't order me around.
This is the position, right?
Chen here, laying suppressive fire.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Executing battle.
問題ないよ
I know it's gonna die, but I'm trying to figure this out. I mean, I completed it, but I don't know. That beginning is harsh. I don't know exactly what to do to slow down the skaters. Yeah, I couldn't figure out something that would work with. Huh. Here are the results of the latest public opinion survey. Swires Group Aquatic Paradise proposal is supported by 33% of those polled, while Mountain Dash Logistics' proposal is supported by about 21% of those who polled. The other competitors are hovering around 10%. Although the result of the public opinion survey is only one of those factors that the city government considers when making the decision, based on the current results, the Swires Group proposal has the advantage. Say no more. I'm sure Mr. Bison here can figure out the situation by himself. Surely Miss Swire didn't invite me and the city government here just to gloat over the results. Of course not, Bison, sir. I'd like to make a deal. The Swires Group will drop out of the bidding, but in return, I want to buy into Mountain Dash Logistics company here. Hasn't that been your goal all along? Not entirely, but I thought about it a little afterwards, and your being here isn't all that bad news to me. A smart business person always looks for possibilities where both parties can gain something and make decisions that yields the maximum profits given the situation. Going by what you said, if you really were if you were really so confident, you wouldn't have come to negotiate with me. Well, would you not agree that trading a percentage of your shares in exchange for your biggest rival's exit is a good deal? How much are you looking at? Swire lightly knocks on the table 3 times. I want this much. With the way you did it, the only issue is the top side because you didn't have anyone dedicated to... Oh, okay. Well, that definitely was an accident. I was trying to figure out the best way to slow down everyone. And I figured it out, but the ability that that Chin has charges too slow. So her coming in late definitely didn't help. I'll report your arrangement to the mayor and continue to inform you of any further arrangements. I wish you a pleasant time in Siesta. Is that all for the show? For the time being, I guess. What's so funny? Sorry. I just didn't expect that you resort to these means too, Commissioner Swire. If I were to openly invest in Mountain Dash's business, forget about registering our own company. They'd write Mountain Dash up for thousands of reasons and shut it down on our first day in Siesta. My family's wary of me. Good thing they aren't that wary of me yet. As long as they see me as a young, hot-headed superintendent, I can still cover my actions with that of a ruse. I'm really fortunate that I'm not actually your business rival. This is just the first step, though. The Federation of Enterprises will put it all together sooner or later. We face all sorts of difficulties going forward. Are you ready? Having come this far, it's probably too late for me to have any regrets. Well, partners then? Yeah, I look forward to... Your terminal? No, isn't it yours? Swire and Bison each take out their terminals and take a brief look at each other before hitting the respective answer keys. Hello, is this Bison of the legal Wait, what's happening? Legal representative of Mountain Com Trade? Hello, is this Miss Swire? The City Hall has received a report that your company has illegally employed undocumented infected. At this point, we need your company to immediately cease all operations. Please prepare the following documents for a city government's investigation. First, we need a list of all infected employees working for your company. Wait, what? Miss Swire, that was an interesting show, but it did buy some time for your prank. Unfortunately, the group's very unhappy with your decision. You should know that there are limits to what you should and shouldn't do. This investment game is over. Wait, what? This stops here. I hope you'll think about the consequences of your actions. This is for uncalled for slander. Well, it's pretty obvious who snitched on us. They're trying to buy time right before we sign our contract just so they can catch up. But why use the infected as an excuse? Since when has Siesta had any policies against infected in any way? We don't have time to deal with these setbacks. If only we could convince Mayor Herman. You're right, Herman is our chance at a breakthrough. But what reason does he have to stand on our side? Besides, if my hunch is correct, he's probably being pressured in some other way right now. That's crazy. Mayor Herman, you're a hard man to reach. I thought my answer before was more than clear. There's nothing for you and I to discuss in person. Naturally, Columbia respects all the rights that Siesta enjoys as an independent city-state. I am here today for a different matter. Siesta's infected question. Colombian federal laws states that infected citizens must be enrolled in a suitable healthcare plan in order to reside in our nomadic cities. Otherwise, they must join the pioneer teams. Siesta was not a nomadic city, and so it was not bound by this regulation. However, given the current circumstances, we need to reevaluate the rule of law here. So this word game is your idea of pressuring me? I hope you grasp the situation, Mayor Herman. This is not a negotiation. Damn Americans. Since when do we need to be so sneaky about buying obsidian? What choice do we have? They've been pretty strict with inspections lately, but this is a great opportunity for people like you in the know to seize the day. The logistics center will be done soon. There are lots of merchants waiting to buy obsidian. When has Siesta obsidian been all that rare? You probably have plenty hidden in your shop yourself. Why come to me? What they want is freshly mined obsidian. What's it? Volcano heated obsidian contains the land's energy and has amazing health benefits. Alright, I'll stop messing with you. Do you have any new obsidian pieces aside from this basket? Whatever you've got, I have buyers lined up. If the quality is good enough, they're willing to pay this much. Innes gestures a number with his hands. That much? Yeah, I do. I dug up a bunch a couple days ago. Oh, so recently? Yep. I kept some real pretty ones. Look, these are some mighty fine obsidians, don't you think? They're lovely indeed. Oh, that's funny. Now, would you please tell me about your illegal obsidian mining operation? Innes, you set me up, didn't you? When'd you fall so low? This isn't exactly a setup now, is it? A cop with a really loud mouth taught me. Sorry, Uncle Jackie. This is for your own good. You shouldn't put your health on the line. We have a couple questions we want to ask you. Work with us, will you? That's everything. Are you gonna lock us up? Who were you planning to sell the obsidian to? Is it Pelipper? No, Pelipper stopped buying from us a long time ago, and he's a man of his word. He hasn't bought a single pebble. No matter how high quality the obsidian, he doesn't so much as take a single glance. You got all this out of us, but what good is it going to do? That bastard Herman always doing. Okay, this is the last section, and then tomorrow we're finishing it. That bastard Herman's always doing something he wants, doing whatever he wants without a single thought to the consequences. First, he made us stop mining obsidian. Then he said the volcano was going to erupt. It's been almost 2 years since we moved here, and it hasn't so much as let out a puff of smoke. Maybe he should have taken a look at where our money was coming from just a couple of years ago. But doesn't Siesta have a really lax infected policy? That doesn't mean they've got jobs for us. If all the out-of-work miners became drivers, they could probably tow the city a couple kilometers. Besides, I'm already infected. What else can I do? Once Mountain Dash Logistics moves into the city, we'll have even more people without work. Now the mayor's talking about tearing the shopping district down. Why tear it down even? Just to chase us out of here? Maybe the mayor would come up with a policy to help you guys. Forget it. Haven't you heard? They're going to chase us infected out. The Colombians are here. Where did you hear that? We all know how the Colombians treat the infected. If something does end up happening, we might as well head out into the waste ourselves and start pioneering. That Shellbrain Herman, that darn Shellbrain. Yep, and he's starting to cough. What's wrong? Are you sick? No, Dr. Ceylon. The mayor must be having a tough time too. Don't get mad over this. No, I'm not mad. I thought this was just going to be warning a few men to stop illegal mining, but if the Colombians are here, that changes everything. This is Siesta's own problem. Sir, how many are still mining obsidian? I'll come out and say it. I'm not going to turn you into the police. Innes said it just now. I'm a doctor. I know it's not realistic to stop your obsidian work. What I want to do is help you solve this problem. Please trust me. So, won't you tell me? What do you mean you're going to help us? Who are you and why? Hold on, you look familiar. You finally figured it out, huh? You watched the Obsidian Festival broadcast, right? Remember the lady at the closing ceremonies with Mayor Herman? Who? No. I'm saying you look a lot like a woman I once met. It was a long time ago. We worked at the Obsidian mines together. But there was a scholar from Victoria. She was pregnant, but she went to the mines every day for environmental surveys or whatever. She didn't know that much about mining, but she was real kind to us. Oh, now I remember. Her name was Barbara. The creature with the miner's lamp on its back trots along the short spurts as it gazes towards Old Siesta's beach. There, Bird is sitting on the sand plucking away at her strings spontaneously. Do you come here often? You can still see Old Siesta here. Well, music is pleasing to the ear, and the sound of waves carrying on in the wind is a good accompaniment for the guitar. Yeah, I'm tired. I didn't expect you to ask me that, though. Are you actually willing to talk? Huh? Isn't this what one would normally do? Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe I'm just a bit too narrow-minded. If everything can talk to everything else, then music might be the best language there is. Even if you don't speak the same tongue, music can help you convey your truest thoughts. Not bad. This feels like new inspiration. Bird starts strumming a slow, relaxed song. The waves rise and fall along to a rhythm. You two are the first to hear this piece. You two? Oh, are you including this foul beast here? Maybe the grass? No. Don't we have another listener here? She can see it. Bird points at the steps next to him, which logically should be empty. She can see it. Weren't you talking to it the whole time? Miss Bird, you can see it? The creature with the miner's lamp on its back stands on the beach, glances blankly at the silhouette of Old Siesta in the distance. It hesitantly tries to step into the seawater, but after a few plods, it walks back onto land. It takes its hoof steps rhythmically, as though it's trying to match the music beat. Though it also looks like it isn't. Oh God, I need my glasses. Yep. Though it also looks like it isn't, and is just trying to maintain its own rhythm. Ba-dum. Yeah, I've been able to see it since the day I came to Siesta. Just the one? Are there others? Too bad. It's the only one I can see. Bird looks at the lamp on the creature's back and the hard hat and goggles on its head. I wrote the miners of Old Siesta a song. Maybe it just happens to like things like that. Oh my God, maybe it happens to like things that have to do with oars. I'll play the song again just for it. Bird starts strumming again, and Adele brushes her dress hem and sits down next to Bird. Come to think of it, even though there hasn't been a single song of mine that could represent my whole life, perhaps there's one or two that could give comfort to somebody out there, even if my audience is just a lone little black sheep. But that's not so bad. It stayed to listen to you play your guitar. You said you could see more of them. Where are they? They disappeared all of a sudden. I don't know where they went. They eat road signs like this one? I don't think so. I have an idea. Do you think this one eats road signs because it's a stray sheep? Okay. We're gonna stop there.
Hope a little, didn't I?
Golden Glow is so cute. We're gonna stop there, and we are going to finish this tomorrow morning. Thank you guys for coming through and enjoying the stream. I'm going to drink this tea and take some medicine and go to bed. You all have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Love you guys. And I'll see you for the final part of this story stream. Take care, everyone. Peace out.